Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session, the very first session of Ample Tales. We will be sharing about more details of Ample Tales and what is the purpose of this sessions and how we'll be conducting. Please welcome with me Mr. Anupam, founder of Growdemy, and Mr. Preetam, executive advisor of Metalytics, to share with us on this session and share some interesting insights, and we will be looking at them very shortly. The agenda, the high level agenda of this session would be pretty simple. I'll try to just connect you with a few concepts of citizen development, and then what is that? As SolworxS, we try to bring in uh, the value addition to everyone who is looking to catch up the programs in citizen development and all. Then I'll introduce about Ample Tales and this platform, how it works. And then we'll hand it over to Anupam from Growdemy to help us understand how we can make more sales and as well grow sales. And also after that, we will hand it over to Preetam, who will help us understand more details about network security and all. So let's start. Great. So citizen development is nothing but a movement that is very famous these days, and it's quite been there in the market for some time. But it's more predominantly on the western side. So we are trying to help. SolworxS is trying to bring this movement back to India and try to enable a lot of founders take the advantage of this movement. Basically, what it talks is about anyone can build apps. The reason anyone can build apps is like most of the times as founders, we think of a lot of things to organize or streamline. But over the process, when we try to explain it to someone and try to get the work done, either we are happy or we are not happy, or we have to redo it and we have to do many more times. So instead, why can't we just pick it up and get the work done simply in an organized way with little controls and with little support that is already available on a predefined set of tools. So that is basically the fundamental drive or design behind citizen development. And the second biggest advantage is like most of the resources can be useful, or you can have more resourceful users. In the sense is like, let's say I am into sales and I do every day a lot of things about sales. But what I've done, if I have to report back to my team or back to my company, the only way is I go back and report in Excel and try to put it in a format. Then we try to collate it in another format that is used by the head office or the team, and then we'll try to represent in a way that could be understood by the entire team. So this is where multiple stages of data is being translated. But at the same time, as a salesperson, if I'm being given a simple tool or interface where I just enter some data and it automatically translates into the outcome that is required, that's when I am more a resourceful user than a normal salesman. So I can get things done much faster, much easier, much clearer, because the entire other challenges of data translation, errors, all these things are taken care by the interface that I am trying to use. That's how I get more resourceful. And other aspect of it is like citizen development has actually brought in a lot of advantages. Like 65% of apps that are designed directly get users to have the work done. So there's nothing like we have a big app and then a lot of things to do. I just need to uh, work on a small application. I just build an interface and I'm done. So that way it helps a lot. And 42% of the apps that were done by citizens or these kind of developers help business run more efficiently, because the best people who create business are the best people who can build similar things to run the business. And on the other side, 27% of these kind of apps that were created are always kept as customer in mind. Most often we see that the apps that we get into or we are built are more from an IT side or from a function side or from a kind of an activity side that we are doing, but they speak about the customer at the end. But these kind of apps, I can build my own app in a way where I always have customer details at a maximum and can be done in a much faster way. And various types of apps can be built, could be a mobile app, a web app, or a hybrid app that can run on everywhere. So this is a quick snapshot of what citizen development is, and SolworxS has taken the initiative to take this citizen development movement across the developers or across the founders, startups and SMEs or MSMEs here in India, and we are trying to help a lot of founders get the advantage of that. Just a quick comparison, if you go with a traditional development, the overall cost putting two developers on a regular salary over a period of 1 year can cost you around 10,68,000. That's a normal breakup that we have not taken anything, just the very basic assumptions. The same way, if you go with a no-code approach, you will end up only paying 89,640, which is less than 90K. So this is the biggest advantage a founder or an entrepreneur gets when he tries to use these kind of tools. And that's what we say, Ample is nothing but app making in profit line engagement. So what we essentially say is, like, you build apps only when you see a profit that you could make from the entire engagement. So that's basically how we help founders to build the apps. And these are the 5 different programs that we help founders to get hold of it. Basically, we help on giving a lot of trainings and a lot of certifications. There are various levels of no code that you can done. You can learn, like having from a smart data capture to making it to a complete RPA to making it to a complete kind of an automated process. So there are different levels of no code. We help founders learn that. Similarly, we help on helping them on custom services or anything. Also, we have an active network of such no-code developers. So if you are looking at a fixed budget and a fixed problem to be solved, you can give it to us and we can get it delivered by this network of no-code developers. And similarly, expert is more of train the trainer. See, typically what happens is if your company has 20 plus employees or more than 25 employees, it becomes very difficult for you to train everyone. So what you can do is you can choose 2 of the best employees or 2 of the best teams from your side. We train them and they can go internally in your company and train the entire team. So you can, by this way, you can get a maximum benefit on moving to no code. So this is what we also help at Solve. Now coming to today's topic, which is ample page. The part of citizen development, there are 3 areas that every founder needs to know. One is awareness of what is available and how he can integrate, or what are the tools that can be done to get the best kind of an automation or best kind of a organizing the data or best kind of a smart capture. So there are various things that are available to integrate and make a very smooth flow that could be very creative, very unique, and very different. So the first information a citizen developer must have is awareness about all the different kinds of platforms or kind of integrations that are available. Second is how to maximize the usage by taking some kind of a little prototype or a kind of a API based approach or some kind of a similar package where he can quickly pick it up and learn by himself, and then he has to make it a complete solution for his business. And third and most important is, as we go into the future, we don't see more of customers, we see but more of prosumers. Meaning, most of the customers would like to test the application first, then before they try to take it for a commercial use or take the platform for a business use. So by giving a kind of a test base or a test ground for people to understand how your solution works and how your solution can give them the best result, is what the fundamental understanding of citizen development and taking to the next level. And ample tales is nothing but the stories that are shared by the entrepreneurs of their best unique experience. So this could be of some using a best app, like let's say Paytm, Amazon, some kind of best apps like that, or could be some great ideas where they have done a smart capture with a photo ID or with a kind of a signature, integrated signature package, or with a kind of integrated maps. Anything can be a great idea. Similarly, any kind of platforms that can be integrated to this kind of options available to make it big, or any kind of a wonderful solution that was being implemented by picking up various topics from everywhere. And that's where exactly entrepreneurs are doing it. So we invite all those entrepreneurs to share the stage and share their experience, so that people can actually take the advantage of that and try to build on this citizen development. So that is the fundamental idea of Ample Tales. And we will be conducting this programs every first and third Tuesday of every month. And it's more like in the below form here, whoever is interested to participate in this, they can actually join this session and they can present their story or their experience or their app or their platform, which can help people to take it to a next level by considering the overall experience of being the part of the citizen development movement. So that's exactly the concept of this unique session, Ample Tales. And once they register with us, we will just have a quick discussion with them, and then we will try to launch the session for everyone to take the benefit of the insights. So with this, I would like to go to today's first session. Before that, any question answers, I would like to go back to the people, participants. Any question answers so far?
I think it's pretty clear, Mani, and thank you so much for hosting this across. And I believe it's a good platform, more to bring on technology side. There've been a lot of forums where you start bringing businesses, but it's not about an exchanging of business, but it's of evolution of business. So I think that's where the differentiator is, what I can see over here.
Great, great. Yeah, that's exactly the pointer. I just want to ensure that this kind of information is available, and every entrepreneur can try the technology side of it more in a structured way. They can present and they can let their audience know, and then we can take the next step. Yeah. Great. So we proceed with the first speaker of today. I welcome Anupam. Anupam?
Yeah.
Yes, please take us through what you have to share. I would like you to introduce yourself and give us some very interesting insight of all the great stuff you have done so far, and just connect us all the insights that we are excited to hear from you. Thank you. Over to you, Anupam.
Thank you, Mani. Thank you. And a very good afternoon, everyone. Mani, first of all, I would like to again thank Mani for inviting me to this forum and share my thoughts. I have been a brief first, before I start, a quick brief about me. I have been a banker, spent around 20 years in corporate life, largely with ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is where I spent a good 13 years. And then now I am on my entrepreneurial journey now. I'm running a business called Skill Me, where I help college graduates become employable, train them on job-ready courses. And the second venture is now this Growdemy, where I'm trying to help the small and medium enterprises grow their business, basically how to increase their sales, how to increase their revenue by using tools and techniques which are being used by large corporates. So that's in short about me, and that's in short about my ventures. So Mani, we can move to the next slide.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So this whole discussion from my side would be it's a mix of technology and how to grow business. So because technology in itself has to put into some use, has to be put into some use to become beneficial. So my discussion is more about how to use technology to grow your business, and it's basically taken from my experience how large corporates, I mean these banks which I spoke about, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, have been the most aggressive organizations in banking space in India, and they have grown tremendously over last 25 years, and they're regarded as the best. At least I can tell you about HDFC Bank, the way they have grown their business internationally, they're acclaimed as one of the best organizations in the banking space. So how have they managed to grow so much, and what can we learn from that? And what tools and techniques which they have used to grow can we use in our own businesses? So my firm belief is yes, it can be used. It's not about like having a great investment in team or marketing or technology only that can give you impetus. But even at our own levels, we can try out certain things which can help us grow our business. So in briefly, I'll touch upon these things because we don't have a lot of time. So it will be a very brief talk about these two things. So Mani, let's move ahead, please.
Yeah.
This I've already spoken about. So yeah. So the businesses typically face two main problems. A is of the lead generation, that is to get interested customers coming to them and asking for business. And once the people come to you, then how do you sell to them? So these are the two typical issues which businesses try to address. In the earlier days, when technology and the connectivity was not as much as it is today, once you open a shop, create a physical presence in any market, then you're bound to get some traffic. Like even today, if you open a shop somewhere, some footfall will happen, people will walk in, and there would be some business happening. But now things have gone global. People are able to buy online or sell online. So therefore, it's more competitive today. Right, in today's environment, if we see that neighborhood store will it, I mean, even the Amazons and Flipkarts of the world have started eating businesses from your neighborhood stores. So who's competing with whom? It's like a battle of unequals, and one cannot be sure that if I open a store, then and I'm offering a better pricing or better service than the neighborhood store, the next door store, then my business will improve, because in any case one is competing globally, and therefore it's more competitive. Next, please. So so what I would like to highlight is that there is enough business in the market. I mean, as a country, just to give you some numbers, we all know about our what is called the dividend of a population, the demographic dividend of our country, more than 135 crore people. If we are selling to businesses, then we have like around 4.25 crores small and medium enterprises in the country. So there is no dearth of opportunities if you're selling to consumer or if you're selling to businesses. There is enough in the market. But what happens is that we get restricted by our own actions. Okay, when I say we, that means we entrepreneurs, we have our own mindset about how to do business. And that I see around me. Like for example, I'll give you a very small example. In this Corona lockdown, in the society where I stay in, we have 250 flats, 250 apartments, and there are many people who are selling the products there. So typically they'll put their product on WhatsApp group, and people who are interested, they buy or they connect with them. So I suggested to them that why don't you, I mean, I'll create a small app, like Mani suggested, create small apps and share it with everyone. So I created a small app for my society. Like so my society's name is Veda, so I called it Veda Mart. So I give it to them that you list your business here, and all the people in the society will have can go and buy from there. So it's at least a directory plus some kind of a linkages given to the respective websites and connected with the phones, etc. to connect. But I was surprised that the number of people, the sellers, who have used technology to advance their businesses. When I started talking to them that do you have website, do you use like what all a technology or a social media platform you use to generate business. So the number is very low there. So my point, which I'm trying to say, is that we have limited ourselves in our traditional way of doing business, and maybe where you guys are sitting mostly in Bangalore or Hyderabad, the technology adaptation is much higher than the rest of the country. But still, I see people going traditional way, opening their shop. I mean, most of the people do not even have a customer list. So much so. So I'll show you a demo in the subsequent slide where I'm helping a company in Kolkata to grow their customer base. And they have 6,000. They have sold to 6,000 people in last 4 years, and they don't have any consolidated database to make use of that. Go back to those customers and then again engage with those customers for more sales. So this is one point, that we have a traditional way of doing business, and most of us believe that that's the right way. So adaptation of technology is limited. Then the best learning I have got about business is that, like, you have to attract money by investing money. And if you're not putting in money behind business, it's not only about like opening an infrastructure and keeping stocks, but you'll have to invest money into marketing. Typically, the large organizations, they spend anything between 12% to 20% of their total cost in marketing, attracting customers and selling to them. So if you want to sell big, want to grow, then you'll have to invest money into marketing. And marketing has these two things only: generating more leads and then selling, how to sell more to those customers. So these two aspects, one will have to invest money. And lastly, the third point is that not changing the way we operate. So traditionally, our, like, many businesses are traditional businesses where parents started or grandparents started. It's like a family business, and the way they were operating, the kids are also operating like that only. And that's a sure short a recipe for getting kind of overrun by a nimble-footed, technology-oriented competitor in future. So we will have to change. So this is a simple slide which I have compared. Like, there are 3 tables here, and this is a comparison of Fortune 500 companies. The leftmost is 1999, and the middle table is of 2019, 20 years hence. And if you see the companies from 1999 to 2019, only 2 companies are common. Only Walmart and Exxon, who were there in top 10 in 1999, are there in top 10 in 2019. So that's how the world is changing. People are not upgrading. People are not kind of adapting to the changing environment, and they face issue. Similarly, on the right hand side, the third table, if you see, this is about the market valuation. So how the market is looking at the corporations which will generate value for them in future. So while the middle table is about the present revenues, but what is the expectation of market for future revenues? And you see, then none of these companies which are there in top 10 are featuring in this. So all tech companies which have done well, or people feel, except maybe a JP Morgan or a Johnson and Johnson, rest all other tech companies here. Berkshire Hathaway is an investment company. So these are the companies where people feel that they have understood the pulse of customer, and they will generate more wealth for them in future, and that's why they are kind of ranked so high. This is just to highlight how we should adapt and change. Now, coming back to the subject is how to generate leads and how the companies have been doing it. So first of all, one should use the multiple strategies. Digital strategy should be adopted by everyone. There is no business which can ignore to go digital in terms of sourcing of customers. Just to tell you some numbers, Facebook has 2.5 billion people on Facebook interacting every day. Similar number on Google. Everybody uses Google for sourcing or finding, searching. YouTube is the second biggest search engine today after Google. Facebook I've spoken about. So you can't be away from this digital market, and this gives entrepreneurs and all the entrepreneur an advantage of going global also. Okay, if you have a digital strategy, digital sourcing, and digital transacting, digital delivery, these 3 things you have as a part of strategy, then your market is not local. You're not like selling to your neighborhood or your city, but you can sell to anyone sitting anywhere in the world. So that's the advantage. So digital sourcing is a must. It's not about only creating a Facebook page and putting some posts there where people come and like, but it has to be an integrated strategy where you're able to generate leads. So engaging with your people, engaging with your customers. Uh, as per a study, I can tell you 90% of the people which come to your website, they leave within 4 to 5 seconds. They don't engage. Similarly, for Facebook pages, the many people who like, but how many of them are actually interacting with you and engaging with you to get converted into this? So this is one part. Second is where a referral strategy is a very strong tool used by corporates, where they reward their existing customers to refer new customers. And a very famous example is that of Dropbox. Dropbox could grow 3,900% in 18 months. Because I mean, this is a case study of referral marketing where Dropbox could grow so much just because they were giving extra storage space to people who were referring new clients to them. So any business can grow. I mean, it's not only about Dropbox. Any business, your business, you tell me, I'll tell you how can you generate referral from there. What strategy you can put. It doesn't require a very big technological tool to run this program. But this is like word of mouth. Your customers who have experienced your service, they are your best ambassadors. Are we using them to grow our business? This is one. Then collaboration, very live, very fantastic example is this platform which is there, which we are talking on right now. But collaboration with other businesses also. The example which I gave you about the company which I'm helping in Kolkata, they are into hearing aid business, and we have gone ahead and signed up with a few opticians because they're targeting the same set of customers where they're not competing with each other. So people who require hearing aid are typically old age people, and most of them have vision problem also. They use an optician. So can you collaborate with such businesses which target the similar kind of customers but are non-competing? They're not competing with each other. So many examples. For example, if you're doing selling a children's product, kids product, can you tie up with, for example, a child care center or a play school? And it should be like win-win where both of you give leads to each other or create a commercial interest for each other. So collaboration is a great way of growing business. Large companies do. They ride on each other's database. Large telecom companies do, banks do. Most famous example, not the most famous, one of the famous examples I can give you how insurance, micro insurance is being sold by Ola or railways. For example, railway ticket, you buy on IRCTC and you pay some 49 paisa for insuring your trip. Shriram Insurance is selling that, or similarly, Ola, you pay 1 rupee for insuring a trip. Now it's two companies which have come together to create a value for investors, and then both are kind of winning. And similarly, when you have a store, then is it a simple store where you are displaying your goods, or are you creating some sales pitch in the store also? Okay, so you go to, for example, a Big Bazaar or a Marks and Spencer, you will see some kind of a merchandise happening there, what kind of products to display there, and how to attract and how to convert people, how to lead them to where you want them to go. So even at a small level in our stores, in our offices, in our shops, there is ample scope of creating this kind of a push customers where we can generate leads from them. So next, please. Yeah. So this is a small demo I'll show you. Mani, there are 2 links you can show, both of them one by one. Yeah. And this is the lower one is about. You'll have to click it, Mani, the link.
Yeah, I've clicked.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the slide? You're not seeing it?
No.
I believe it might have opened up on another window.
Yeah, I'm just resharing it. Sorry for that. Yeah. You see it now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So click on this blue button. I think there is a tab which is opened on the right hand side, which is a bot. Voice is not coming. Okay, I think you have clicked twice, Money. You just cross the one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now click on this blue one. Let's see if we can hear the sound. Okay, I think we aren't able to hear. So what it is doing is that this is interacting with the visitors which are coming to the website. So there is this you can see at the right hand bottom, which will always be prompting you to click there, and this will open up. This avatar opens up and then talks to the visitors. And then there is a bot which is next door, which opens up the bot window, and then you can chat with the bot and then generate lead from there or do customer service, whatever. So it's kind of increasing your traffic. I mean, increasing engagement with the traffic which is coming to your website. So this is one small tool where you can definitely generate more and more leads from your customers. Similarly, the other one which is related to the Facebook bot. So click on this. People coming to your Facebook. So these two, I think, are the most useful and the most visited. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you the keyword to type here. Just give me a minute. So type anything, Money, in the box here in the messenger.
Okay.
So type, say hi or anything. I mean, let's see if it works. No, type. No, don't search. Enter.
Okay.
Just enter there.
Here?
No. Here. Where you are written hi. There in the messenger there is a message box where you can. No, this is search. Go below. I think it should be down somewhere. Click on this. Click on where you see this. Click on that. It's opening the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's what.
No. Go back.
You can send a message, I guess.
Go back to the slide, the original slide which I had shown. Click on the link and then type hi.
Okay. I'll just go there.
And the
We
slide.
launch again.
Yeah.
Okay. It's bringing me here.
Yeah. It was get started. It came.
So here I say new message. Hi. Correct.
No. Not to. You have to send to this bot.
Okay.
No. It's not going to that bot. That name should come here. Yeah.
I think something is.
Okay. If you
get started once you.
No. You allow me. I'll show it to you from my end.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
You can
give
share it.
Yeah. So let me
Or
just
Anupam, can we do like this? We are running short of time. Let Preetam finish, and then at the end we can
so quickly you move ahead. I'll finish that, and the demo I'll give later on. Just quickly give me 1 minute, 2 minutes. Give me. I'll finish it off. So basically, these two, why I chose to show it to you, because Facebook and Google are the two most visited places, and for our digital strategy, we require these two things. Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Quickly, I'll run through. This is IDA model of sales, where you have to create awareness, then interest, and desire, and the action. This is how the sales process happens for customers. So we cannot be like start selling to the customer on day one. If they're coming to your website or engaging with you, asking for lead, asking for reference, asking for information, You have to build the attention and interest of customer and then move them towards the action which is actual sales. And therefore you will see a lot of email campaigns going, or these bots can also do campaigns for you. So I've spoken about it somewhere else also. I'll share with you all how to build that, how to convert now. So once you have leads, then build engagement through campaigns, give useful content to the customers, email or messenger bot, which I spoke about, and then upsell and cross sell, which organizations use, selling large value product and selling multiple products to the same customer, to the same family. You require a lot of information about customers, and therefore it's important that you have a proper, if not a paid CRM, even your version of CRM, every business should have a list of customers, requirements, profiling, etc. Loyalty programs are run by companies. One can do referral programs we spoke about earlier. So these are 4 or 5 tools which most of the organizations use to generate sales and convert sales. And my firm belief is that all of us in our respective businesses can do that. A small ebook I'm sharing with you all. The number is hidden here. Can we move the screen this side, or you want to note? The number is 93231 73345. If you send a WhatsApp message to this number, you'll get a link to download this ebook. And then again, you'll see the bot in action there, how the bot delivers the ebook to you. So it's kind of an engagement. I have generated more than 15,000 leads, student leads, for my Skill Me business using bots, Facebook bot. So this is one of the tools which I have used very aggressively. So this in brief was about what I wanted to speak about. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the demo, but most welcome to write to me on the number. I'll send you the link and you can try the demo yourself. And you require any help and guidance in setting it up for your business, happy to help. Feel free to contact me. No issues on that front.
Great, Anupam. I'll also share
it up for your business. Happy to help. Feel free to contact me. No issues on that front.
Great, Anupam. I'll also share this link in the group so that most of the people can dial on this number and reach out to you. So that would be wonderful for a lot of people to know. Thank you. That was a great share and very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. Any question and answer we'll take at the end then.
Yes. In the interest of time, I'll just bring up slide for Preetam.
Yeah.
Yes, Preetam. Great. Welcome again. Sorry, we were trying to run through that bot example because when we tried initially, it was very fantastic. But somehow the session sometimes doesn't help. Great. Anyhow, welcome, Preetam. All over to you. Please introduce yourself and take it over.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mani and Anupam. I think I would take it more optimistic side of saying the demo did work because it made more curiosity of people to know what it is.
So, very good, very good.
Yeah. So I think that's something is more positive to look at. That okay, bring it on again. Yeah. Nevertheless, so I wouldn't. The topic over here is not so interesting about the situation where Anupam has made it more interesting for marketing and all that. This is more to do with the security kind of a thing. So just a quick background about myself is I've been into security domain for quite some time, more than a decade. We've been into like as Anupam defined, I'm a banker as well. By profession, I'm a CPA, but I don't practice because numbers is not my cup of tea. I'm a little away from that. So, however, security is something is the top 3 items in any organization or an entity or a company or anything that you can think about, both professionally and personally in life, is what security is that you talk about. Whether you want to secure yourself or whether you want to secure your businesses. And this is where the platform is more enterprising with respect to the concept of security as an umbrella. So the 3 major verticals that we see in today's topic is one is security with respect to your physical security. So like the physical security is spoken in two verticals. Is one is you having a security guard as a security, and then you have this new e-surveillance culture which is coming, which is your CCTV camera and kind of these kind of situations. However, that's the later topic that I would be talking, maybe the next opportunity when money can give. But this is more I'm talking about security, which is related to vulnerabilities of your infrastructure, your technology. That's your network security. Now, over a period of time, we have identified that there have been a couple of tools in the market of the competitors where they sell it as different applications for handling the security. So, for example, if we are aware about an IT department of any organization or IT as information systems, you have IT support team, you have IT admin team, and you have IT security team. So that's where your cybersecurity and network security piece falls in place. So we have identified that there are many players into the cybersecurity space, but there are very few players, or there are few contributors. I would say, I wouldn't say players, but there are few contributors who really look at the avenue of vulnerabilities, identifying these vulnerabilities. So me and my partner, Netalytics is my business partner. That's where I engage in developing. They're predominantly into product development space. We have developed over a period of time this product where we are limited to the vulnerabilities made the weakness in and help the attackers to reach out to your systems very easily. So and then